and you think it is normal, you had better become rich. Sometimes you don't know that you're broke in all aspects of brokenness. People are just going, they are buying guns, yeah? Not to shoot their neighbor who committed an atrocity against them. No, they are going to shoot deers, anything in the wild that they can shoot. And so he had gone. If you know, Bishop T.D. Jakes is a maritime millionaire, so he aimed at this. Okay, he wasn't aiming at it. As he was hunting, he watched it, and in the air, because the eagle is like the king of the air, and it was spreading its wings as the eagle knows how to do, flamboyantly, majestically, articulately, just enjoying its way in the air with no disruption. It has scaled the heights of its glory. It's just flying. On a good day, just flying. The newspapers are writing about it. Televisions are showing it. Eagle. How majestic it is in flight. And everybody is applauding it. And then, as he watched in amazement, as he watched in astonishment, as he watched keenly, with his eyes all fixed on the eagle that was in front, maybe even with his binoculars, to magnify this image of this gigantic, kingly, successful eagle in the sky. Spontaneously, as the sight of it was intriguing, and as the vision of it was fascinating, suddenly, spontaneously, the eagle, who was so swift in the sky, begins, because it was in the past, began to descend slowly, fighting, but slowly and sure, he comes down. And the man of God wondered, say, what has befallen the eagle? A minute ago, it had no issues. A minute ago, it was flapping its wings. And everybody just looked at it in awe and said, wow, if I can be like the eagle. And the man of God immediately went to see where the eagle had landed and what exactly caused this catastrophe that befell the eagle. The eagle, even on the ground, it didn't want to accept because it was used to the air. It was used to the bank with lots of money. It was used to appearing on the front page. Everybody smearing good things on it. But it had to accept because when he looked coherently, intently, he saw that there was a weasel, a small creature like this, the weasel. But whilst the eagle had taken flight, it had taken flight with a weasel in its neck. And the weasel kept sucking the blood out of the eagle. And like that eagle, you too could be having a weasel. This man who did it, as he flew the eagle, as he went high and entered very successful circles, boardrooms, made lots of money, had lots of friends, rich friends and everything. He had a weasel sucking his blood. And if the eagle had left the ground knowing that there is a weasel, he would have first dealt with this weasel before he goes high. But there is a way the weasel knows how to fasten us without us knowing. So that if you paid attention when I first started preaching, I say, if you want to be successful in this walk, you have to be repentant. That means every evening, if you find time every evening, if you take it on yourself every evening and go and revise your walk of the day, you might find the weasel sucking the blood, and just get rid of that weasel and put it in its place.
Amen.
And sometimes God speaks to us about the weasel. Say remove it, and you say we pamper it. This weasel, it will never do harm to me. You think, listen, the enemy, all he wants from your life is destruction. Satan has nothing good he's offering you. There is nothing good he can offer to you. Nothing. Even when he covers it and it's good, you know there is something inside that thing. There is a lie. There is a vanity. There is a regret. There is shame that will come after that. Told Eve, just eat fruit. She ate. Before she knew it, she knew her nakedness. So we are naked. Jesus wept. And God had to make leaves for them. Why do you want to find yourself in a position where God is making leaves for you? Because God made leaves for them, but before the leaves, they were covered with the glory. So when you are no longer covered by glory, with glory, you will be covered with leaves. The opposite of glory is leaves. The opposite of high is low. And so David started by reading this. He said, do not cast me from your presence. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Steadfast. He says, renew a steadfast, that it is there. One day I was walking with God, and I knew that God was in my life, but I didn't know how evident it was the truth. And I remember something happened, and I felt that best man sitting in my stomach. Like have you ever felt like food seated in your stomach if you eat too much? I felt there was a person. And from that day up to today, I know He's been